What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Yes. We are back in this thing, okay? We are back in this thing. We got to talk, family. Lord have mercy. Lord. It's Sunday too, so this is the perfect conversation to have. This is the perfect conversation to have. I don't know if we spiritually mature enough to have it, but we gonna have it, still. I don't know. I mean, but shout out to all my B1 people. I love that you guys are here. A shout out to my womb sisters, all my new womb sisters, all my peeps that just joined our Black Repat group. Shout out to you. If you are B1, which means that you have studied the likes of TN, PBT, and TDA, you B1, you've done a study, you've been listening to all the good information, you're not confused about the system of white supremacy. Okay, so go ahead and shout out where you are, city, state, but definitely put B1. It's good to see all of you here. I have been cackling and laughing over the past day, y'all. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. You know, when you make a post and the post is just so fucking funny, you can't stop looking at it. Okay, so I recently posted something on my Instagram and my Facebook. So y'all go look at my Instagram or Facebook really quick, but definitely it'll be quicker to find on Instagram. I put, while we should take the Black church seriously no longer. We should take them seriously no longer. They got this guy who's flexing his muscle poses during praise and worship. Like, this dude right now, and I'm mad because he halfway cute and he buff, but this nigga really getting into it and all of this stuff, and it's so funny. He's walking across the stage. Y'all, please go look at this. I have been howling laughing over the past day or so looking at this, and it's and I'm looking at him, and he think he killing it. He think he is killing this shit. Christians, Black church Christians, we coming for y'all edges today. It's time to roast y'all because y'all have been a problem. We can't take y'all seriously. This guy that's flexing, he's literally flexing in the house of the Lord. He's literally praise flexing right now. I cannot take y'all seriously. And the bad part, sisters, I blame you. I'm blaming my sisters because, see, niggas would not do this shit if they got cut off from blowjobs and pussy. If they did lame shit like this, because this is hashtag lame for the Lord, hashtag moist ministers, hashtag docile deacons, this type of shit, you flexing across the stage, but you ain't nowhere to be found when people get shot and people got their knees on necks. Who do the Black community call on? We need protection. It ain't ever nobody from the First Baptist Church of this bullshit, is it? He doing a full flex. And then what killed me is he walking across the stage yeah, come on. I need energy. And then he go do it for the guys, the musicians over in the corner. And I know the brothers in the corner were just nigga, what are you looking over here for? He is flexing. Jeans tight as hell. It's our fault, ladies. This shit, this is our fault. Oh my God, and these jeans are so tight. These jeans, oh, and they got nerve to have a rip in them too. Nigga. The jeans are so tight, they look like leggings. They look like jeggings, jeans and leggings. They look like jeggings. And, okay. Y'all, this type of stuff is what's going on in the church. And I just said, this is why we don't take y'all seriously. Let me put this down for a second, because I really want to get into something that's serious. And I know a lot of people, say I'm so hard on Christians and stuff like that, but it's not about your personal feelings, not your emotions. This is about how we're able to be subjugated. How is it that we, such a powerful people from a powerful ancestry, how is it that we are the most mocked, the most abused, the most tortured people? How does that happen? I'm gonna read a few excerpts from my book, and this is from chapter 2, cut from source. My book is an intro to breaking soul ties and wound cleansing, but you can definitely find it on Amazon. But if somebody, one of my mods, can put the book link or whatever, but you can find it in the video too. You can definitely find it in the video description. But it starts off with the quote. It says, "A people without their knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots." That's Marcus Garvey. Okay. The name of this section is "Making an African Obedient." When African slaves were brought to the Americas to work on plantations, they brought voodoo with them, okay? Their white masters, however, had other plans regarding the religious practice of their slaves. In 1685 law, for instance, it prohibited the practice of African religions and required all masters to Christianize their slaves within 8 days of their arrival in Haiti, okay? So all of the slaves accepted Roman Catholicism, and they didn't give up their traditional beliefs either. Instead, the old and the new were syncretized, producing some unique results. Okay, now let me go down a little bit. Now, I have 9 devastating actions white slave masters took to convert their slaves to Christianity. I'm going to just go through them one by one. 1 was the promise of heaven. 2 was constant work. 3 was block communications. They didn't want people that spoke the same tribal language to speak to each other. They didn't want us talking because they knew it was trouble. 4, separated families. 5, demonstration of power. Oh my goodness. When Africans were captured and brought to America by the Europeans, they often attributed the Europeans' power to the power of the Europeans' God, okay? Number 6 was the Catholic conversions. Number 7 was the mixing of religious practices. And if y'all forgot, I'm reading to you the 9 devastating actions white slave masters took to convert their slaves to Christianity. It took a lot to take us away from this. Number 7, the religious practice mixing. Number 8, missionary work in the West Indies. Number 9, social control. Okay, now the voodoo, hoodoo, conjure, and the root work on the plantations. Now, the majority of the black population are primarily of West African descent. Follow me because I got to teach today because we ignorant about our stuff. Countries like Congo, Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and parts of Cameroon and Niger were the major sites of departure for future slaves. Okay? Now, let me read something else to you. In Haiti, voodoo became a force that gave strength to sustain the slaves through their hardships and suffering. Between 1791 and 1804, a series of slave revolts inspired by voodoo practice culminated in the expelling of the French from Haiti. The colonists who survived fled to New Orleans, some accompanied by their French-speaking slaves who were voodoo practitioners. During slavery and after, whites encouraged fear of both the Christian God and the Christian devil in their slaves to instill subservience. Because there was too many slave rebellions during the early part of U.S. slavery. It involved poisoning of the captors with the use of roots and powders and tinctures and other sources of untraceable poisons from nature. We knew how to use our stuff. So the practice of what we now call hoodoo was outlawed, okay? Now, hoodoo is the indigenous herbal healing and supernatural controlling spiritual folk tradition of the African American in the U.S. Okay, now during slavery, Africans were punished severely for calling on anyone other than Jesus, oftentimes to death. Any tools that could be used while off duty were banned for use, including fire on many plantations. It was so bad that the whites wouldn't even allow the slaves to keep fire in their homes. Many mothers and children died during the cold months because of this. Because if a slave was caught with fire in their home, they would be beat for sure. Y'all, it's deep. Then it was a lot of conjurers who continued to practice in secret, serving their people publicly or in service. And then the whites began to enter the community and learn the cures that were so common among their slaves. They in turn started to pay. I'm like, do y'all see our history? See, a lot of y'all are not even spiritually mature enough to follow along with what the hell I just said. That is 9 steps to keep you away from your power. They muzzled us. They did everything under the sun. And now, 500 years later, we not spiritually mature enough to have a conversation about what our fucking spirituality even is. And I'm going to get to Beyonce. Hold on just a second. Because we're talking about Egyptian mythology. all of the Egyptian gods, and this is the month of Sekhmet. If those of you that aren't familiar with the Egyptian gods, they have an Egyptian astrology. Let's see, if you are January and June, they got the Nile, Amun Ra, Mut, Geb, Sekhmet, Osiris, Bastet, Isis, Seth, Anubis, Anubis, I always say Anubis, Horus, and Thoth, okay? So we talk about Egyptian mythology. A lot of niggas stay in Egypt. I don't know why. It's because we've been given such a limited source of what our own stuff is. We just got kind of stuck there. But since we there, let me tell you what I think is really going on. Let me tell you what I think is really going on with Beyonce in the video, because let me first say I did not watch the whole movie. I may or may not. I've seen the symbolism, but what I do know is we get carried off into the wrong shit because we don't know who we are. We quick to call something demonic, but again, we don't know what Christianity even is. If you ask the average Christian who Caesar Borgia is, what Jesus looks like, they could not tell you. If you ask the average African Christian, do they venerate their ancestors, they could not tell you. So now we have Beyonce, and we have a world and music and entertainment industry that's built off of evil. So now we got Beyonce. See, over the past few years, Beyonce been inching into African spirituality. Y'all notice that? She been inching into African spirituality. I'm like, okay, but they was looking at everybody saying ancestors. Hell, when I started ancestralarrangematch.com, okay, a few years ago, what was that? 2017. It went from don'tdatelosers.com. I evolved. I said, nope, I want to focus on Black nation building. It's our people who are being destroyed. Our Black family structures being destroyed. So it went into ancestral. Did nobody want to say ancestors? Ancestral? What is ancestors? Now everybody's saying ancestors. See, this is trend, but it's not just trend. It's because why would the elite, why would somebody like Beyonce be using these symbols and stuff like that? Don't you know they use and mix and stuff like that all the time? Mixing the real, the origin with what's synthetic or what's evil. They do it with big pharma and medicine all the time. They'll take the origin of something herb and they'll adulterate it, but they'll start with a little piece of the truth. Don't you know this is how a good enemy operates? And I'm like, I'm not moved Beyonce. This is what I really think. This is Beyonce's insurance plan to the Black community, because she sees we're more woke than we've ever been. The child pedo sex ring has been exposed. All of the people and all of the participants, from John Legend to Chrissy Teigen, y'all may as well put my damn Cash App in this shit, because they ain't gonna monetize this fucking video when you start calling out the goddamn sex pedos and child pedos out here, and pedo wars, which are people that not only engage in pedophilia and sex with children, molestation, but they also eat them. All of these practices, all of these rituals are being done in your face, and then they sprinkle a little bit of truth in it. They know who face to put on this thing to keep us confused. How can we get over on Black people so easy? World War III is spiritual, y'all. When a people don't know their own stuff, ask the average African right now. They don't. Girl, I said before we get into this whole the crucible, we finna start getting persecuted for our religious beliefs, for practicing voodoo. They already got that shit. It's in the air. One of my first weeks of being here, somebody saw my herbs and one of my pots or something like that. I don't practice all openly for people. It's very private. It's a very private thing. You may go out in nature and stuff like that. People that really practice, I don't know if you practice Ifa. I don't practice Ifa. I practice Kali. Okay, that's out of northern Ghana. Y'all better go to chiefmontana.com. Because me and Ifa, that's another African spirituality, right? But that's not the one I practice. It's not the same. It's so easy to confuse us because we don't know what the hell is going on. We got yoni eggs, crystals, to my balancing chakras. Next week, we Buddhists. And then the next week, we Hebrew Israelite. Now you're a motherfucking Israelite. We are so confused, and nobody can even admit that at least you are African. You were taken from Africa. Whether you want to say kidnapped, stole, or bought, which I'm starting to think soul sounds a little bit right, because our African brothers and sisters, we're going to talk about that later. Okay, because it's a spell that's still here. But they didn't want you practicing your stuff. We were people that were brought to America, stripped from our power source, because if we spoke certain spells, we could kill you. You would drop to your feet. They had to put muzzles with razors over our mouth. Now we got 500 years later, you got a people that call themselves African, hollering about something that is African is evil. We not spiritually mature enough. Haven't y'all seen the most brain dead of all in our midst? The colonized people that are still worshiping the colonized religions, still following these colonized ideologies. I hate it for the Christian musicians. Y'all musicians, not even, you can just be a regular woke musicians. The woke church musicians, y'all are the real MVPs, because y'all have to sit like and listen to bullshit Sunday after Sunday. And I really think I attribute a lot of my success and peace of mind and even just clarity of direction is by my lack of association and contact with white people and Christians. I would feel so stupid. And I heard a comedian say this one time. He was like, black people that are Christians are like Africans with a really bad amnesia. Like, you have really bad amnesia. You don't even remember how you became Christian. And now we done got to be all the way in 2020, and people is still feeling like they can open up their mouth and just say culturally and historically ignorant shit. That just shouldn't be okay no more. We've let y'all get away with it for far too long. And now it's cost us our life. We can't defend our families against the predators. We can't talk amongst each other. We're going to be ostracizing each other left and right, burning each other at the stake, talking about something evil. Before y'all want to get to that, I'm going to address your dumb asses. We saw you with the crucible. We've seen the religious persecution because motherfuckers don't know who they are. We're not going down that road with y'all. I ain't do it with the black people. I was roasting them for being ignorant. Once you find out, it's time to wake the fuck up. And all of this, well, just teach them, just teach them, just teach them. I'm not teaching a damn thing. They got the internet and Google and everything else. But people don't want to know. People don't want to know. And we just talking about the Egyptian symbols. Okay, she did that because she wanted to get some insurance in the black community because the elite people know what works. They practicing our shit. The zodiac even. I use the zodiac as a methodology, as a tool, just like I use English. I didn't come on here and say Nagadev. I didn't come on here and say Selam. I didn't come on here and say, I didn't do it in another language. I have to use English. So when we have to use these methodologies to convert what was original, you gotta see the conversion in that. Because zodiac, it was just our original African spiritual systems, okay? The study of nature, the study of the planets, planetary alignment. Honey, they just called it the zodiac. And so I use it because I use that, okay, as a tool, as a resource to just teach it, just like we use English. It doesn't mean it's the origin, but I can teach you about the origin by using that language. It's just a language. But the origin of it is African spirituality. What we looking at all over the place, from Masonic temple, Masonic symbols, the presidential White House, our government buildings, everything around us, these were African symbols. We just don't know it. So if you're wondering if I'm really woke on the Beyonce thing, I'm very clear about what the hell she doing. These people are evil as hell. Y'all getting confused with the music. I don't even want to watch the movie and shit because I get caught up. I get caught up in the music. It's powerful. It's so powerful. And they know that it will put a spell on you. Well, you'll just ignore the evil energy. This bitch is conjuring up demons your ass. Every award show we see, yeah, I'm talking about that too. Everything we see, from police killings to award shows, they are rituals. We think we're watching an award show. You're watching a ritual. You watching a damn video movie, you're watching a ritual. So I may not want to watch a ritual right now. It, of course, it's going to have sickening costumes, imagery, cinematography, blah, blah, blah. We've seen it. Once you've seen Beyonce do a production, that's the same way she's going to do a production. Beyonce is going to give you a production. Okay, but I don't know. Like, no, I'm over all of the bullshit. We got to see our open enemies just come out and just openly, we find out that they're pedophiles. Bill Clinton get to come to black people's funerals, John Lewis, and just openly disrespect Stokely Carmichael, you know, Kwame Toure, I'm sorry. You know, Stokely Carmichael, he gonna put that jab in there. So we got them openly insulting our icons that stood for being revolutionary and praising those that were coonish and weak and docile. That's really what they want us to be. So, and since everybody just being disrespectful as fuck, I'm gonna just throw mine in there too. Fuck it. Black Christians, African Christians, we already see y'all. Y'all motherfuckers be so crazy at y'all church, fucking fingering in Jesus' name. Open up. Accept Jesus. And Shabbat Barak. Like stupid shit. We gotta watch y'all just be stupid as hell with your Christianity. After stepping on people's stomach. I heal you in Jesus' name. I heal you. Stupid. Like, I'm not doing this. Another 500 years with y'all crazy ass. You don't know Jesus. And have you noticed these are the most evil people you've ever seen? Evil. They can't even focus on what the fuck the enemy is and white supremacy. You got the same religion as the KKK and still ain't woke up. And I'm supposed to sit up here in Africa and be nervous. I can't go outside and practice comfortably because I just know motherfuckers is ignorant. I had one person ask me, do you believe in that? I checked that young man so quick. Do I believe in that? Honey, if I come to your country and everybody is living beneath the poverty level and y'all looking sad in the face, I don't even want to know what you practice because you telling me whatever the fuck you practice don't work, motherfucker. So how dare these same people got the gall to question what's African and then gonna act like we appropriating. They're mad as hell like on Gambian fashions. Like, girl, can we be honest again about, so now that I've been honest about how y'all look stupid as hell, the continental Africans and the regular black Americans, we've always roasted y'all for being stupid. Go to Confessions of a Sage, artbodysoul.blogspot.com. I did a religious analysis of 3 popular religions, which were Kojic, Nation of Islam, and Hebrew Israelites. Should we charge them to the game or should we keep them? Have they been beneficial? And they had certain criteria that they had to meet, you know, that they got points on, which would win the round. Well, the Nation of Islam won the round based on economics, was based on 3 things: economic empowerment, knowledge of the system of white supremacy, and kind of like their knowledge of health and keeping their members alive. Kojic is a joke. Ain't nobody in there healthy. Don't nobody care about running. Everybody fat. Fat as hell. What God has for me, it is for me. Fat as hell and sick. Talking about what God has for them. Or you got the Hebrew Israelites. I love y'all, but I don't know. Some of y'all just sound like Christians on steroids. You know, but we did like you because, you know, the knowledge of how to heal yourself and separatism, like y'all got some points. But the ones that kind of lost the whole round were Kojic, Pentecostal, the Christians. The only Christians we're interested in hanging around are the Marcus Garvey ones at this point. Because you can be Christian and still be for black empowerment, but it's just so few of y'all that have this sense. We got to throw all of y'all away right now. We're not going to go to y'all, to lead the conversation. You can best believe that we're not going to y'all to lead the conversation no more. I know, right? She said, NOI, African spirituality is the only thing that benefits us as a people. They were the only ones that was calling white people devils that I knew of. They had it right a long time ago. Economic empowerment, pooling resources, cooperative economics. We was laughing that they were selling bean pies though. Nope, they had it all along. So the Africans that we see, the black people we see now, y'all get on our nerves. We can't show y'all nothing. We can't show y'all anything. We can't wake y'all up. We can't tell you nothing. Y'all can call me evil, call me a witch. Child, when you have people that have such a low intellect level, that's why I say they're very dangerous people. These are very dangerous people. They'll spark off a war because they think you evil. Let me read one of these. I saved it too. I'm so glad I saved this. What did he say? Yeah, I think I did save it. Okay. Shout out to you, Iron Okada. And this is why I love B1 people only. B1 people are smart. They got critical thinking skills, and they see connection with all of this other bullshit. So these are our top-notch people. But he made a comment. Iron Okada. Okay? He said, worry about demonic symbols while ignoring the demonic reality, all caps, of white supremacy. Shaking my head. See, that's the thing. You worry about demonic symbols, and we got these fucking demons in our country. Y'all paying them though. Zimbabwe and gave reparations, $3.5 billion back to these white devils. And y'all was all up in arms a few weeks ago when we had the question, should blacks, diasporans, take control in Africa? But the writing's on the wall for another Rhodesia, for more colonization, for more whippings and beatings. But from the sound of it, a lot of y'all okay with that. So we either gonna go down this road again, because what they're trying to do is distract us with all this internal beefing. And I'm not getting off track with that. If y'all don't notice, we've gained so much traction more than we've ever gotten. We've been on code so well, black people. We're making a lot of progress. So don't let up. Do not let up. It's going to be accomplished. Our ancestors not going to let us drop the ball another time. Let me go into something that's a little bit touchy too, because I've been sitting on this for a few years. And this whole Beyonce thing has shown us the rift in our less than perfect relationship reality with our continental brothers and sisters. I've been saying, I saw this long ago. Because when you're a person that really is empowered, like we have empowered blood. I'm going to just say myself. I didn't come from something that's broken down in a slave lineage and stuff like that. Like I've actually seen it. That's not my energy. So I don't walk through life with a jealous, insecure, inferior, complex energy. But when you have people that have been under a spell spiritually for so long, they don't like the light. It's something about them that is different. I noticed that it ain't just cultural, it's spiritual. World War III is spiritual. And if you got 90% of our black and African population who are spiritually dead, broken, and still brainwashed, baby, herein lies your real war. Now listen here, continental African brothers and sisters. I know I have to disclaim a lot of stuff because a lot of y'all other ones seem that y'all don't have a lot of common sense, okay? I've watched Nollywood movies and they keep showing me that the plots be so simple, these bad Nollywood movies, and people keep saying that they're good Nollywood movies. Okay, I'll give you that. There's probably 3 good ones or whatever, but the rest of them, they look like they're written by a 3-year-old and for a 3-year-old. Motherfuckers be watching Nollywood and it be the most basic plot. Oh my goodness. Oh, he is standing behind her. Oh my goodness. Oh, she just got married. Oh, and she is cheating. Oh, he doesn't know she's going to betray him. Oh, my goodness. Like, they are just blown away. It's deep. Okay. I used to be like, are these motherfuckers slow? Or something? Anyway, so we see how the average person has been so brainwashed. The intellect levels are of such, we got to keep making disclaimers all the time. This ain't all Africans. This is some, okay? But for the ones that are awake and that's smart enough to know this don't apply to you, we talking about the ones it applies to, okay? Now, I said all that to say, I ain't never had this hummy-chummy relationship per se with the average African. Now, if we just gonna be honest today, we gonna talk about it. Now, me not being from a broken energy, I don't know what you're going through. We've always felt the hatred from y'all and the jealousy. We've always felt it. We've always felt it. African women, honey, when we talk about feminine grace and being demure and not loud, y'all beat black women on that hands down. Because don't no man want to deal with some ornery, loud hoe all the time, talking out her mouth and this and that. Y'all got us on that, hands down. But what I will say is this: the warmth, Southern hospitality, the customer service, the ability to just connect with people, that back and forth connection thing, Jamaican women, you can get a piece of this too. Ain't nobody ever said we go to Jamaican and African restaurants for their good customer service and warm smiles. African women, y'all have been, we've had a very struggled, we've had a very strained past now. I remember walking up to a lot of y'all trying to be friends, and a lot of black people have this experience too. And don't say shit, because this is my experience. And by the way, my people that's in here, and it's probably gonna be a lot of motherfucking continental Africans. If cursing bothers them, block them. If they talking about anything being evil, block them. I'm starting to see why we had an issue with each other, why y'all have had an issue with my energy for so long. And I'm not gonna stand here for another few hundred years and not talk about this shit. That's the first level of being a revolutionary. Y'all asses can't even talk about shit. Black people, everybody. This whole thing of muzzling us, that's the most revolutionary thing we can do right now. Shit. We can't even talk what's real. Y'all have seen this damn resentment. They talking out their mouth all the time about black society, baby mamas. They call us ghetto. But really, the real gag is that we can be all of that. Black people, black culture is so multifaceted and so nuanced. We can be that and be a judge and be a scholar and be a scientist and be ratchet and cook wings on the weekend. We can do all that. Like, we have range. Some of y'all motherfuckers ain't got range. Y'all got coon on or coon off. Coon wig on or coon wig off. I love you, Jesus, or I love you, Mary. I love you, Jesus. I love you. So now we get to see. I said, oh, okay. I'm not gonna side with Beyonce, but she's showing us how they get upset when we embrace our shit. It's something that's different about us, but you can't talking about go back to your country. You telling us how ignorant you are all the time. I'm not that family member that's gonna sit up here and just let us take the abuse from the abusive, stupid cousins that want to be white so bad. I ain't gonna say nothing. No, I'm not that cousin. I'm gonna say, sit your monkey ass down. The whole world is laughing at Africa, and we need to come in and move your dumb ass to the side. And if you get in our way, that's your fucking ass. We ain't that cousin that's gonna let sick ass Africans just fuck up the game another 500 years. World War III is spiritual, and if we allow ourselves to go down this road and not start stomping on these ignorant fools and reclaim what's ours, they're gonna be saying, go back to your country, like they saying. Hollering about curse words, calling people demonic when they're the most evil ever. They don't give a fuck about children. You can tell these people this is about pedophilia and pedivores. Like Obama. We all got fooled by the Obama thing. Some of y'all, 2 of y'all weren't. I know some people like, I was never fooled by Obama. Okay, good. Great, good for you. But when he did win, I was the flight attendant that used to upgrade black men to first class just because, okay? Honey, I could have left him in coach after everything that went down. But the ones that ain't still got it, the Obama lovers, get them out of here too. He was only able to do so much. He could not. And he just showed you every which way to Sunday that he don't give a fuck about black society. It's a connection. Y'all like people that don't like black society, don't you? We not fooled no more, continental Africans. We not gonna play that fake relationship. We not gonna play that fake. We all getting along. We're not getting along, and this is why we actually know who the fuck we are as Africans, and y'all want to be Europeans so bad. Honey, she didn't use the African samples, didn't look and did it better, because y'all want to be American so fucking bad. So y'all calling us cultural appropriators, like that is the most sickest brainwashed shit that keeps proving us right. Ain't no swag like black swag, sweetie. And why should I feel ashamed of saying it? Here, they come over to America and have every fucking flag up and be proud this, proud that, looking down on black culture, talking about we don't work, we're lazy baby mamas. Coming over here with the attitude to the U.S. talking about we lazy. Oh, because y'all were programmed to be against us. We ain't ever felt like that about you. Let's just keep it 1,000. We ain't ever talk like that about our Africans. All y'all can say is one person in 1963 that called you an African booty scratcher. Like, ain't nobody calling Africans African booty scratchers. If anything, Pan-Africanism is so real with us. Child, we was changing our names and shit. My name is Shapuntu Marumu. My name is my name Shing. My name is Ali Kumpaku. Like, and y'all fuckers coming up to the States. Oh no, fuck these niggas. No. My name is Amy. Amy? Yes, Amy. You mean Emi Abaku Lambona? Like, girl, y'all don't even want to be African. And then we come back home, y'all mad because we looking good in our shit. Y'all can't even say we African. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I'm not like you. We are not the same. I'm okay with that. Yes, it's been mean. We've tried. We've been trying. Listen, I've read a lot of emails. Ain't nobody disagreeing with me like y'all think. They like, Art, please keep preaching the truth. Please, because this may be our shot to stop this shit. Oh, girl, African rap is awful and juvenile. Have you seen this shit? Oh, my God. The swag they try to emulate. Did y'all see that viral video of that Nigerian dude talking about Noah Kata? They got videos, anti-black videos, and we making videos and movies and shit showing our connection to Africa. What y'all think? But they swear it's us. No, ma'am. I'm tired of lying. We not gonna hold this lie for y'all no more. They had a whole show called Bob Loves Obvious Shoulder. Remember that show that we had to we had to protest to get taken down? It was a show shitting on foundation black Americans, just black Americans. A Nigerian woman dating this white man, because that's what they love to do. And we the ones coming back African as fuck. Honey, we talk about everything from Kemet to Cali, which is my practice out of Northern Ghana. And y'all talking about, I love Jesus, eating your fufu, qualifying us as if we not African enough. I told y'all I'm not that girl that you can qualify like that. It's gonna take more than knowing your native tongue. What is the use of knowing your native tongue and you ain't got your native mind? What's the use? Like, let's just call it, like, what's the use of knowing your tribe and you ain't ready for war? That makes sense to y'all? But gonna qualify us? No. Black people, when you come out the app, this is the time to be as proud as ever. The master teachers, Kwame Nkrumah, and Mandela, and Steve Biko, they knew it was going to take the Stokely Carmichaels, it was going to take the Nina Simones, even the activists, the allies from the African American community. And we got the continental African is a tether. I heard our brother TN talk about this, and I thought he was reaching. I didn't know how I felt about that. People being used to what do they call it? Undermine our society, using our tethers, people that look just like us, to undermine us. And absolutely, that is enough. That's the game. They have used the continental African for years to undermine Black society. Yeah. They've used you guys to undermine us. They know they slave. They program you so much so that when you see us being pro-African, you see it as hate. They even programmed you, right, to attack. When you see somebody that's really, really about the liberation, that coon spirit. Oh no. They do everything in their power. So we kind of know now. And we're not going to sit up and act like our relationships are okay. We going to tell the truth about this motherfucking thing. Ain't nobody ever been jealous of no fucking African. Who been jealous? But we got all the hatred. They keep showing us that they jealous. And I told you about that little 3-year-old third grade hustle. They can't really outthink you. When you that Christian and colonized, baby, they can't outthink you. It's the same shit. They were trying to hustle us and say, oh, come back, oh, yes. And then they hit you over the head as soon as you don't say something about Jesus and you ain't fucking with white people. They turn. They evil things come out. The real truth of who they are because of what they worship. Because you will take on the characteristics of the God that you worship. The God in the Bible. They are very much like the God in the Bible. Very volatile, angry, jealous. That was the part I was not looking forward to coming to Africa, because I knew Africa was the place that was full of the infestation of Christianity. And they go hard with the shit. I knew we do it bad at home. We so stupid with the word of God and on here flexing. Jesus, no. Niggas making up fucking shit. Greeking and stepping in the name of Jesus. Like I talked about. Glorify God. That may have been the day I left the Christian religion. When you just see corny ass shit, G5G, you gonna make a fucking fraternity out of being Christian. G5G, step and clap and clap and clap and clap and clap. In the beginning, clap and clap. There was John 3:16. Y'all looking stupid. Talking about G5G steppers. These are the only people that do goofy shit like this, y'all. Praise dancing, flexing in the name of the Lord, stepping on people in the name of Jesus, fingering chicks in the pastor's office in the name of Jesus. I'm gonna make you come in the name of Jesus. I done seen all kind of stupid shit in the church. Y'all know these are the most psychologically imbalanced people we have. Look, a woman told me one time, this is an old Black lady, she said they pastor used to tell all the young girls to come in the pastor's office so he could keep them chaste while their husbands were away at war. My God. The pastors, come in my office so I can keep you chaste. He in there keeping a chase. This is what y'all fuckers do. Look here, baby. All the fuckery from molestation, embezzlement, fraud. Girl, it be them. It be coming up out of there. I don't see people at practice go down be doing all this stuff. I'm gonna finger you in Jesus' name. Okay, come on. Come. Dumbasses. You know, it's people that went to a church and he had these hoes lined up, making them suck his dick, talking about his sperm was holy milk. At what point do your ass be so stupid? You gotta do a lot of stuff before you actually get to the act of sucking dick. Like, you missed a lot of steps. Nothing said to you, this not right, sis. I would have been the one on my way down. Like, hold up. This nigga just trying to get head. Like, what be wrong with him? I'm gonna finger him. In the name of Jesus. Took the shackles on my feet so I could dance. These stupid ass women out the damn congregation while this man flexing in the name of God. How many of y'all asses was that stupid they used to think that shit was cool? How many? Because I used to do it. I used to do it in Birmingham. I used to be the most Christian one. I used to follow this group called Demon Killers. I did. They were a Christian rap group. And y'all know ain't nothing more lame than a Christian rapper, okay? So they had this song. They was a Demon Killers. They used to wear these orange fatigues, right? And they would be like, dangerous demons, they cannot hang with us. Man, dangerous demons, they cannot hang with us. And we thought they were so cool. Like, we used to do dumb shit like that. Like, did you think that while you was driving listening to FM, you know, and secular music, that if you died listening to secular music, you was gonna go to hell? Just stupid shit keeping people just confused. The Demon Killers. I was that stupid. I was that slow. I thought it was sexy. I don't know how we still thinking that type of stuff is sexy. Like at this point, if you go to a church and you see a man doing all of this and shouting and rolling on the floor, he basically just told you that he is docile. He's buck broken. There's no masculinity there to find, sis, okay? We not gonna keep going through this. If he in the church, he's down low struggling with his sexuality. He's docile as fuck. He doesn't know how to think for himself. He does not have a godlike code, okay? If you still calling yourself God-fearing, that ain't no brother with a godlike code. Y'all need to stop looking for Boaz and get you a Black Panther. So these not men that's up in the church that's gonna be okay with another man telling them how they live their life. That's not no masculine man. Men rolling around on the floor is on some hoe-ass bitch-made shit. That's just what it is. Ain't no masculine man I ever fuck with. No. Glory. You know they hype this nigga up too. As he came forth to show his muscles, flexing in the name of God. Praise flexing. We want you all to put your hands together as the man of God. They don't say the man, it's the man of God comes forward to show us what a strong soldier and army of the Lord looks like. Let's clap your hands as he comes. Stupid shit like this. We gotta keep putting up with it and acting like it's cool. The praise flexing, praise dancing. Ladies, that shit we could shut all of this moist behavior down in one weekend. Just cease giving these niggas pussy, okay? Just cease giving them pussy. We could change it. We could change it. We could change this whole thing. We don't have to see these niggas out here praise flexing, talking about they demon killers. We don't have to do that anymore, ladies, okay? If this offended you and you Christian, I'm so happy about that. Because World War III is spiritual. And if we still hurling out those words like evil, oh, you evil, evil, evil. You telling us that you're in third grade and you're thinking in your spiritual development. So that uncomfortable conversation that we needed to have about our spirituality, we may be more African than you. I was noticing that. I was like, well, what is you talking about? We don't have to listen to y'all no more. Y'all just keep proving us right. This is third grade shit. We'll say one thing and you will come in and do shit to keep proving us right. Y'all, do you guys see why it's so easy to colonize Africa? Do you see the amount of thinking that is not going on here, how it's so easy? The banana in the tailpipe, they fall for it every time. Easy as fuck to come over here and do well. They didn't want us connecting with our African brothers and sisters. And look, a lot of African brothers and sisters, they are hoping, just like white supremacists, because remember, people that are colonized, they act just like white supremacists. They're just as violent, they're just as cunning and evil and dangerous and sneaky. They was mad because I told you guys what's up. And if you ever want to see an evil person that don't care about killing children, yeah, you look at the most colonized person. That's how they can be so evil. They wanted me not to say nothing so that you could come over here. So many repats that came over here, tried to settle. It's so many of them writing me saying, all right, I've been in Ghana for 20 years. They do not like us like that. They don't. Not like that. It's a lot of people that do, and we're not talking about them. But let's be honest, this has brought up the real conversation about, oh Lord, I feel so much better, right? Because I ain't got to fake like y'all like us and we all like y'all. It's some shit about your culture I want nothing to do with. Your female mutilation, your women and men having no self-esteem and self-worth and self-pride. I'm certainly not interested in your colonized religions. I'm so cool with bringing my culture. Y'all better get the fuck on. If y'all could be as like openly evil, I'm gonna be openly truthful. Y'all are letting the pedagores, y'all ignoring them, coming for me and black Americans trying to get us on code. You coming for our solidarity and wanting to only procreate with black people, not wanting to swirl. I have heard these people say we don't like art. The same people telling me they don't like art are okay with laying with a white man talking about it will help them advance in their career. We got just neo-colonialism, child. That's what they left out of the Come Back to Africa Year Return brochure. They left that part out, just like a good old corrupt, individual would. Oh, they're so sweet. Come. But they really got other things in mind. Come, don't complain. Don't say shit. Come and bring your money. That's what it was. Uh-oh, she told him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Year of return. Come bring us all your money. Just as corrupt and lying. They as goddamn lie. Come in your face. Boy. The smiling ghost. And then they be like, try to cheat you out of 50 cents. And you be like, what's wrong with you? I've never seen so much disrespect. I was being nice by not saying a lot of shit. I don't give a fuck no more. No, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't no sweet home. We all brothers and sisters with the ones that's woke. They cool as shit. And shout out to this one brother or whatever. Because he had made a reaction video in my support. I think he in Kenya. He's so sweet. Continental African brother. He gets it. When y'all find them, they are, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. He was like, he put a comment today. He said, yeah, keep bringing the heat. He said, the soldiers are right behind you. Because I said I was making a video soon. He said, we right behind you. I was like, yeah. Yes, brother. See, the Africans that's behind us, baby. I love y'all. You're writing me. You're investing with us. It's so special when you see the continental Africans that they are special. Okay, like they get me back to that nice, loving place that that's why, because I love Africans so much. I've learned so much from our brothers and sisters. Like if you want to really get your family shit, your family structure together and operate like a code and a team and certain things like the culture of African culture, we need it. We need it. And that's why I say with the women, it's a great example. The women could use a natural hair and beauty revolution immediately. And the sisters need an attitude adjustment with feminine grace. And to learn sisterhood a tiny bit. To learn a little bit of their temperament, but they need to learn the rest of their temperament from us, honey, because we can't have our sisters around here being mushed in the back of their head, lowly, feeling like they can't speak up and thinking they ugly. That I'm not gonna put up with that. I'm not gonna put up with seeing more of our women for another few generations go along in life being dark-skinned, being black and thinking they ugly. Do we have to keep putting up with that? Because see, that is dangerous. You have a group of people that think they ugly. Shit. You won. That young lady that was so beautiful, I talked to her. She was crying. She said, I'm so ugly. I was like, oh. They think they ugly because they dark skinned. Still skin bleaching. It's about to become legal here in the Gambia. Well, you got people that don't respect themselves like that. All you have to do is come with a little piece of confidence and information. You ego, you need to humble yourself. Humble yourself. No. Humble means be buck broken a little bit more. That's what that translates into. Stop telling me to be humble. People that know me and people that's really humble, real recognize real, they know I'm the most humble person you ever gonna meet. I'm just not no dumb person. I'm not no weak person. Humble myself. Get some balls. You are a disgrace to our ancestors. Humble yourself means stop talking so loud. Oh, honey, before it's all over, we're gonna tear down all these disgusting foundations and systems. Humble myself. You don't get the fuck on out of here. Please. All you gotta be is a little piece of confidence for these folks to think you arrogant. They want to see you lowly. They want to see you worship white Jesus and white people. They want to see you swirl, and they want you to shut your fucking mouth and don't complain. I ain't never heard don't complain from so many people in my life. You know who else say don't complain and don't say nothing is rapists. Yeah, they taking on the whole full persona of their oppressor. You hear these continental Africans talking about stop complaining. You could not do what you did in America. Go back to me. Baby, we built America. Next. We built it. The roads, inventions, everything. We built that. This ain't no competition. But we over here re-embracing our culture, and we call colonizers, we're called culture appropriators and everything else. We know y'all don't like us like that. Okay? Let's just know that right now. African women, the ones that's cool, y'all cool, ain't talking to you. African women, we the sisters know y'all ain't ever liked us. God damn. Y'all ever try to just start a conversation with African women? I walked up to some African women one time. Oh God, they were so nasty to me. This has happened on more than one occasion, just throughout my life. I study social, groups. I have actual high social skills. Baby, when you walk up to them, oh, and don't be cute. The jealousy is real. Oh, I ain't interested. I ain't looking for y'all to like me like that. The black women don't be liking me like that because we very, very programmed to be mean to women that have beauty and brains. And that's not buck broken. They didn't like my mama either. It's a thing. You're not a well-liked slave when you're articulate, you can read, you beautiful, and you look like you got some leadership and balls about yourself. That don't really bode well with niggas either. So I wouldn't, I'm very sensitive to that energy. We ain't ever had this whole nice, sweet relationship, African women. When you come over here, ladies, listen. We'll say, hey, how you doing? Da, da, da. African women, they'll just stare your ass down. Hey. It's that. You get that. And I be like, they don't understand. We don't mean you get your ass checked for that. The rudeness I experienced from African women. Oh, it's a fool. They'll just look. And we all know what that look means. But when you so colonized, you don't have the social skills. You lack self-awareness, your facial expressions. You really 30 years old, but you carry yourself like you're 14. You've only been exposed to just so much of life, hand-to-mouth culture. You only live for the day to eat. So you're not thinking about verbal cues. You know what I mean? Like we have real communication, verbal and non-verbal communication. They non-verbal communication is a fucking mess. You will come out here and be like, this bitch want to fight me or something? Because you're staring, you mean mugging. Yeah, that's it. Essentially, they think black equals bad, white equals good. That's the average continental African. They will mean mug you down. And Jamaican women, that's why I said you got to be thrown into this too. Because it's this whole battle between non-foundational black Americans and black Americans. Like, come on, I ain't want to get into that FBA ADOS stuff. I really didn't. I honestly didn't. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just all be one? Well, we ain't. And there are different nuances that you have to account for. This is called sociology. You got to study social dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. And don't be mixed. Don't be mixed black race looking at, oh God, they definitely love you if you mixed. They want to be everything but African. I heard a Nigerian man say, he said, I feel more European than African. I was like, oh my God. I was staying in his Airbnb, one time. I was like, wow. They mean that. When they start talking, I've been in France, I've been here, I've been there. Girl, I ain't never want to be in France. I never wanted to visit the UK ever. Okay? Never wanted to visit France, UK, Europe, Germany. Girl, have all that shit. They be so proud to talk about these European countries they done travel and study. Or don't let them have an Ivy League degree. Oh, Lord, they really think they doing it. But I had a damn white, colonized wig on top of their head, looking stupid. I don't care how many degrees you have. You stupid if you don't know the knowledge of your own culture. You don't know the knowledge of your own spiritual practices. And you don't know the knowledge of your history. Your degree means nothing. Your degree makes you a tool for white supremacy, which is what most continental Africans have been programmed to be. They've been programmed to undermine black society. Now, that's out there. You can see it with the Beyonce thing. They can't stand it. I don't side with Beyonce. I know she's a Satanist. I know she practices satanic culture, rituals, and pedophilia. Baby, ain't nobody got to sit up here and give y'all facts. The facts are being thrown out in the public, girl. It's just out in the open, sweetie. Open your eyes. Well, do you have any proof? You have proof of this? You're just trying to hate on another black woman. I saw some old goofy ass one time. Like, it's just entertainment. Well, I need to get my lace wig done. It's just entertainment. Stupid. When will we let these dumb broads and men go out of our society? We don't need y'all no more. Bye. Dumb black broads and buck broken men. That's like, well, I don't think it's all like that. I don't think it's really about that. We don't talk to y'all no more. And one last thing before I get out of here. I posted something about the different business opportunities of almond milk. I said, if you can make almond milk, oat milk, hemp milk or whatever, you will make mega bucks in the Gambia because it doesn't exist here. Hashtag come get this money. You know, I had a few idiots steal. It is some here. No, it's not. We need so many more products here. People don't know how to talk business. We don't have to talk to y'all dumbass no more. That's why we can't get nowhere. Because as soon as we start giving solutions, we got the ignoramuses that have no consequences. Nobody's even roasting their ass and saying, they're stupid. You should not interrupt us while we talking business game. I'm going to do that. Because they've been allowed to have a voice. You shouldn't have a voice anymore. Now it's time for us to do the real talking and building. We don't have to, it's on. Why not just tell people to go to Google and make it themselves? Dumb asshole. Missed it. Missed all the opportunity. Missed all the opportunity. This is why we can't control the industry. Can't even think. We so busy trying to say counter what the black person told you. I'm glad I lived in Atlanta. I'm going to keep saying this. Atlanta, and I talked about Atlanta Airways, the first airline that was operated by a black American man. Y'all better go on my Instagram, go on my Facebook and look at it. We don't even understand. You better take the other black person seriously. We just automatically, a lot of us are programmed to not find value in each other. We only find value in something that don't look like us. We don't see the billions in each other. I know that attitude. And not only that, if you're not a visionary, you gonna think that you're just waiting on stuff to be created. You'll never create anything. Everything in this room, in your room right now, was once an idea. People are not able to see an idea from start, conception to finish, and launch and implementation. We've been handicapped with that, black people. We've been handicapped economically, financially, and with our business skills. They had to sabotage every business community that black people have had and established in the U.S. because we are that fucking brilliant. When we put our knowledge and put our swag and just what we bring to something, it don't take long for us to get it pop and do it. They asses that been here hundreds and hundreds of years and keep fumbling the ball. And now we got a movement of repats and children that's returning and wanting to get things popping. And they hell-bent on not having it happen. Sis, if we need to, we just gonna have to do what we have to do. We're gonna have to do what we have to do. And I mean, we're gonna make this work as much as we can, but we are not gonna come here and act like y'all are our best buddies. I'm not gonna sit up here and let these people ignore the fact that y'all gonna be mean mugging them. They gonna feel like they being watched by the most cunning, weird eyes, the different types of energy you feel of jealousy and resentment and hatred. I'm not gonna sit up here and just keep allowing these realities that everybody see. That's what they like you to do, is see the reality and don't say nothing. Wrong one. Wrong breed. Y'all done got out of control. Look, y'all got Africa being raped and recolonized. Ain't nobody got time to argue with y'all. You don't care about the children, okay? We see that y'all are sick and evil, okay? You want to worship your white Jesus, and you want to be against anything that feels like African and feels like liberation. You're against it. So that is the heart. That is the heart and the fucking foundation and root of our resentment with our African brothers and sisters. One want to be European and another want to be African, and one want to fight the other for it. Okay? We just summarized that up. So now we can get somewhere. Now we don't have to keep acting like we all friends. Oh, they are friends. We're just cool. We're your brothers. You can come to our country. You just don't need to be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful. Stupid as hell. Is anybody else embarrassed at them and how stupid they look and sound? It's going to be worse when you come out here. You're going to just keep seeing it. The lies, they're not even good at lying. They want to just take your money. Oh, I'm sorry. Some, not all, but I'm not going to say some. I'm going to say it's a majority. We've been grateful and fortunate. We have certain specific people. We can only work with on-code Gambians and on-code Africans. It's important. It's very important. So now is the time where we have to be unapologetic about it. We have to be unapologetic about what the real truth is. We have to be unapologetic about the fact that it ain't all perfect with our African brothers and sisters. The Asians are making fun of you, and they more hell-bent on me roasting and talking about Black empowerment. We're not going to act like you have an issue with anything else. It's an issue with our Blackness. It's an issue because we're so competent and skilled, and our swag is so unmatched. They try to make videos and copy the swag, and just an average person can spit a line and sound better than any African hip-hop production. There's a line I always like, because it makes me think about haters. And I'm not going to tell you who sang it or even who made it, but if you know who this is, you can put it in the comments. But it says, but we go into mass today, we have to pray besides what the pastors say. I have to say, since Pop passed away, most you rappers won't even deserve a track from me. You see, if you ever wanted to ever be anything, there'll always be somebody that'll shoot down any dream. There'll always be haters. That's the way it is. Hater niggas marry hater bitches and have hater kids. But they gonna have to take my life or they take my drive. Because when I was barely living, that's what kept me alive. Just the thought that maybe it could be better than where we at this time. Make it out of this grind, form out of my mind. Just spitting off the top of my head. Put in the comments if you know where that came from. Ah, you got it. He said that. I love when he said that. If you ever wanted to ever be anything, there'll always be somebody that'll shoot down any dream. There'll always be haters. That's the way it is. Hater niggas marry hater bitches and have hater kids. But they gonna have to take my life or they take my drive. Because when I was barely living, that's what kept me alive. Just the thought that maybe it can be better than where we at this time. Make it out of this grind, form out of my mind and get some leeway on it. He say, she say. Your girl that like me has long as she been gay. Spanish girls say, you know, habla inglés, and everybody want to run to me for their singlet. It's funny how these whack niggas need my help. Wasn't around when I couldn't feed myself. Dog, if I was you, I wouldn't feel myself. Dog, if I was you, I'd kill myself. Made a meal myself, and I'm still myself, and I'm going to look in the mirror if I need some help. Y'all see, y'all all friends, but everybody feel a way about, hey, but at least you feel something. Can I get a mic drop? Can I get some mics? But the swag in which I delivered that with an Android phone got you engaged, but they got to do all of this shit and have budgets, and it don't even come through. And I'm a woman, and my swag is already on $1 trillion compared to the average unwoke continental African trying to flex and mock African American black culture. You can't do it. That's the problem. And that was the problem. That was the problem. There'll always be haters. That's the way it is. Hater niggas marry hater bitches and have hater kids. Let me get out of here, y'all. I know I done talked my ass off. I'm hot. I'm sweating. I know Kanye, bless his heart, because he don't know who his friends are. He don't know. That's why. That's why. So anyway, I love you guys. Go to rkathyhills.com if you want to invest, if you want to join our Black Repat webinar group. Join that group if you want to find housing in the Gambia, all the stuff you email about. It first start with our network. We give all of our priority, housing, energy, resources to our members, people that are on code. It ain't for the general public, and it's not like that. So join the Black Repat group. You guys put it in the in the comments, and I'll make sure that it's in the video description, because that's the first step to everything. So if you have questions about that, how can I get there? How can I do this? How can I do that? It starts with the network first. Okay. So I appreciate everybody's support, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.